All right, there we go. Sorry, I had to get the title card set correctly. All right, we find our intrepid hero in space today. We're going to head to a Lagrange point, specifically Microtech Lagrange point number 2, MIC-L2. And we're going to rent a prospector, and we're going to see if we can find tacos and rockos. That's just me being clever. All right. I've already. Right. Just realized I had it on the title splash the whole time. All right. We're ready to rock and roll. We got the stream going. We got our Mist Prospector. Let's get out and see what we can mine. Now we head into this asteroid field here. Darian, hope you have a better connection tonight. Drift slightly while I change some things on my. Yeah, you should. It should work now. I have a. Hey, yeah, I'm just starting to see the chat load in. I had mistakenly not taken it off the splash screen. A good 5 minutes of me talking and walking around a station aimlessly, so you didn't miss much. Now we're in space and we are flying around in a Mist Prospector. And we're going to try our hand at some space mining. If I'm being 100% honest, this is something I've only done twice before. I kind of found it a little tedious for me, but since then I've had a lot more time hand mining and rock mining, so I should be able to pick this up. Oh, that's a good question. I actually don't even know the stats on this one. Just waiting for something to pop up in field here. Oh, there's our first space candidate. Feels like I'm flying with the engines decoupled. It wants to drift a lot. Huh. No worries. We'll get there eventually. Let's see. The casual Googling says yes, 32 SCU of raw ore. Yeah. Seeing anything? Right. Moving on to the next one. It's a good one. 180. Guys are not picking out the intended target. Nothing around me, right? Nothing. This in the standard search pattern. $60 that way. $60 that way. On to the next signal. It's 6,615 back towards the station. Basically just an asteroid that will have a faint outline around it. That'll make it mineable basically when we go into the mining category. But so this should get you close, and then there, they just got faint outlines. These little rocks. These are what we're looking for. That didn't happen at the last ping. They first get like a white glow outline around them, and now we can get up close to them and either scan them to see what they're comprised of. It's not telling me anything. I'll get a little closer. Guess I'm not holding my lip correctly. It's not telling me anything about it. Okay, we'll just go into mining mode. Okay. So this is 100% of this rock is inert materials. There's nothing in it worth mining. We'll go to the next one. Okay, so there's laranite in here, quartz in here, and 39.7 of it's laranite, and that's fairly profitable, so here it goes. And this will be just like standard mining. Yeah, that is true. The head can alter the scanning, but I was just using the default scanner on the ship. Well, let's take a look at the server, because that is a long time for a rock to explode. Right, B1 is moving, server FPS is good. I don't know what's taking 6 years for this rock to explode. Ah, there it goes. Inert. $70. So that's one we're going to mine. Actually, that's 72%. So we'll... Oh, that's right. Mostly inert. %, laranite. Extracting. Quartz. 39% laranite. Okay. We'll take it. I think the other three are just entirely inert. So we'll let those be inert. Some laranite. Okay, we'll take it. I thought I scanned this one already, but apparently I didn't. All right, and that is... This one is definitely inert. Yep, 100% inert. Okay. Then you... Inert and gold. Gold is really profitable. All right. Back away a little till we're in the supposed optimal range. This is easier to do. I wish I could tell you whether or not they can be changed remotely. Actually, I know that they can be changed in space. Just like most other weapons systems, you can change them out. If you have the other tips, you can do it manually. It doesn't have to be done at a station. The band on this optimal is so narrow. This might be... I hope we don't explode. Yep. Reducing power. There we go. We didn't explode the rock, so that's good. Let's see how long it takes to... And this one, much faster. Okay. Let's get in there and see what we got. Quartz and gold, good. Looks like gold vein in there, doesn't it? Gold and quartz. We'll take it. The different tips can help you with cracking harder rocks, if I remember correctly. This is one thing I am definitely not an expert on. This is the third time I've been in space mining. You're right. It is much faster than doing anything. But this is only the mining part. Right now, we're picking up raw ores. We have to still go drop it off at the station to be refined or sold outright. Saying laranite, quartz, and inert. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it will bring in more money if we sell at a processing center. Also, I'm more than willing to wait and do the actual processing and get the refined minerals back and then go sell those at a TDD or something like that. Those are your two options. Sell instantly or refine and come back with a cargo carrier. Yes, that is exactly right, Ian. At some point, they're working on that fast. There was an update on the player economy with the last Star Citizen Live. Say that doing this mining, I have to manage the power more often than with like hand mining or rock mining to keep it in that optimal range. It seems to fluctuate much more. There's also a lot more instability, which is one of the tabs right here. Not to get hurt. Server taking its sweet time. But yeah, this does seem much faster to fill up the cargo hold. At least I can see the yellow bar on the right hand side here filling up quickly. That one is 100% laranite. Awesome. Matter of fact, I doubt that I'll be able to. That's 100% quartz. There's also, like, theoretically, we could take the saddlebags off of the prospector, put them in a cargo ship, and then they go and sell that. Laranites and quartz. But I don't have anybody else out here with me helping today, so we'll probably have to just go back and lose out on this one because I won't be able to find my way back here. There's no way to stake a claim or anything like that. Let's see. That so much laranite. Wow, we really are missing out. Okay, since we're mostly full, let's plot our way back to the station. We're right there. Matter of fact, we have to fly the hard way. We can't QT to it. Oh, darn. You know, that was really quick. There's something to be said for that if you're just out here mining at a Lagrange point. About how fast that was to fill up 32 SCU. Granted, some of it's inert and worthless, but still, that was fast. try and keep tabs on projected profits somehow. I've got my handy dandy phone with me, and I'll just start writing down how many SCU. I think it'll tell you the projected yield after refining. Prospector does not like to fly. It is very slidey. My day went by so fast it's not even funny. I feel like I got to work and I was looking at the clock 2 or 3 times, and then it was the first time I looked at it, it was 11 o'clock, and then the second time I looked at it, it was 4 o'clock. I was like, wow, I've only got about an hour left. And then 5 o'clock, I was like, I don't want to go there. I want to go to the lobby. But the good news is I got a lot of my scheduled tasks done, and why'd you get out of the elevator? Okay. And even managed to do a couple of unscheduled tasks where the company I work for is switching over their CAD software. They were predominantly using a software called MicroStation, and they are switching over to AutoCAD, which is something that in previous employers and jobs I am well versed in, and I'm kind of like now the guy everybody asks the questions to. So I got to answer a bunch of questions today. It's just me or that guy looked like a paintballer. Anyway. Down across the hall here to the elevators, to the refinery deck. I'm going to store the ship. I think you have to store the ship. Store.
Welcome to the Asus vehicle retrieval system.
Righty. So the refinery. So how did y'all's day go today?
Please report to management as soon as possible. Consultant to management.
Can I climb this up? I can. No, you can't. Oh, yes you can. Okay, cool. I don't spend much time on the refinery deck in these stations, so kind of just like exploring the visual of it. Wow. Go down there.
Management just wanted to make a general announcement to check your valve settings. We've been noticing leaks in processes.
Support center, I think. This is where I need to go. Yep, refinement processing. Miss Prospector. Set up work order. We're fine. Okay, there are multiple methods. Oh gosh, this is something I have to learn. What is your work entail, Demonium? So there's a matrix on how each of these methods affect your yield and your overall cost. So the Cormac method is high speed, moderate cost, low yield, so we will not be using that. The Dynex solvention has a very slow speed, a low cost, and a high yield. So like I said, I'm in the long game. I'm willing to wait. That's that one. Electrosterolysis has moderate, moderate, and moderate. Ferron exchange is a low speed, moderate cost, and high yield. The Gaskins process is high, high, and moderate. Asian winnowing is moderate, low, and low. Pyrometric is low, high, high. Thermonatic deposition is low, low, moderate. And XCR is high speed, high cost, low yield. Why would you use that one? I guess if it's fast, then it's worth it, but you would, okay. So we're going to be using this very slow speed, low cost, high yield Dynex solvenation. All right. Get a quote. Whoa. That blinked really fast. Apparently I might have clicked a button again. Material location, Miss Prospector. Set up work order. Dynex solvenation. Get quote. Total costs 2,500 ACU, and we'll get 191 gold. 1,024 laranite. 1,071. All right, confirm. Set up work order. Confirm. Cool. That's going to take 27 hours. Back out there, I guess. And you can see it just clicking off. Cool. Well, that was painless. So I guess that means we know what, we won't come back for that on tomorrow's stream, but we'll do it on Thursday's stream. We'll go pick up our ore. and hangers. Let's get back out there and start processing more. Yeah, I will be too. I don't know what the deliverable will look like per se, but we'll just bring the C2 over to MiCL2 here and figure out how much we have, and then figure out how much profit we really did make from Tuesday's operation. And I guess I better pull the prospector out.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
This prospector retrieve.
Vehicle has been delivered to the
Let's see. We're in 4. I saw the hull flash a couple of times while the rocks exploded, so we'll check to see if we have any damage as well while we're here. Where's the blues? There. Tricky chair to get into. All right. Vehicle maintenance. And I took 98 AUC. I'm not even going to bother refueling. We'll just, there we go. Ready to rock. You're up. Fit. Yep, sure can. Let's ping. See if we get a nothing yet. We'll just set the destination for rocks somewhere over here and hope for the best. All right. Go. Those are an armistice. Will it let me? I don't know what those. Oh, those aren't. Those are actually security platforms. They show up very similar to mining point interests. There we go. There's our first ping, so we're going to go to it. Trying to. At least I'm trying to. This ship, even in coupled mode, likes to float around like it's decoupled. There, one rock. Switch into mining mode. Something's up with this one. It doesn't want to. All right, moving on. $7,000 here. And that may be the thing where I need to switch heads in order to figure out what that rock is. I will do more research into that, and we will see if that's something I have to figure out how to do. That rock is here. What I wanted to do. Ironite and corundum. Okay. Well, back up to the optimal range. That's much easier to do than with the rock. Well, at least the rock DS. Oh. It's telling me it's impossible. I can learn to read. All right. That was good. Moving on. Rock. Register. Interesting. Moving on. One deeper. Okay, quite a few rocks over here. 5. They were there. Still there. Okay. Much further away than I thought they were. But now they're gone. What kind of game are you playing here, Star Citizen? bad thought. Ding. Hmm. Large cluster, supposedly. Is annoying. Okay. I see the little stars, but they're not attached to any rocks. Your game is lying to me. Right. Let's try and move on. Shooting things is not going to help. Pivoting gameplay. Then return to result. There we go. RS signature. But there's nothing. Or nothing? Okay. Even more space, nothing. Okay. Oh. We're flying past a rock. It just appeared out of nowhere. Maybe it's the server not having a good time. The server looks fine though, as far as stats go. Boras, random, and inert materials impossible to crack. Well, bye bye rock. Stream still holding up for you, Ian? There's a guaranteed rock here. Good to hear. Oddly enough, I changed the settings on the stream to instead of 1080p to, well, 1080 30 frames to 1080 60 frames. I know that shouldn't affect, and if anything, made it worse for a lower connection, but I was thinking that it changes the ingest server as far as YouTube is concerned, and maybe that was what it was. Oop, don't shoot the rock, Ian. Break the rock. Okay. Come on, scan, scan, scan. Possible break. You know what? That's a challenge at this point. Okay. Oh, truly is impossible for me to break that one. Okay, I've got the arbor. Oh, that one can't be broken. These look like rocks. Maybe we can crack one of these. See what we got. Smaller mass. Ions. Hephaestonite, quartz, and inert. Let's check out what this other one is. This is Terranite, quartz. Right. This is the one we'll start with. I mean, at this point, I don't know enough about the raw materials to determine which ones I should waste my time on or not. You can tell I've spent most of my time just hauling cargo. Got it out of the critical range. Oh, there we go. What are you? 64% Terranite. It's 100% quartz. We'll take you. course, it's probably really cheap, so probably not a whole lot of return on that, but that's all Terranite and quartz. We'll take here. I think we will not waste our time on anything that is any percent inert materials. That way we're not wasting any space. That's my plan. That one is 61% inert. This 5.53 SCU of Terranite and quartz. Okay, good. Good, got it. And with that one rock, we're almost half full. Okay. It's telling me to back up to about here for optimal. Okay. Start with you. It's the same in quartz. 7.7 SCU of it. Okay. You know what, Chris? It would be also very nice to know how many SCU I have remaining. Alright, we know we have 32, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay, never mind. I figured it out. We have just under 8 SCU remaining. Okay. Two SCU remaining. So inert. Okay, and what do you say here? It's only quartz, so we'll just fill up our quartz. Storage is full. Alright, now we're going to plot a course back to... Is this station? Nope. Make L2, please. Managed to get 60 kilometers away. Okay. We've got mostly quartz, some Terranite, and some Hephaestonite. Actually, I don't think I picked up any Hephaestonite, so it's just quartz and Terranite. Screaming in towards the station.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
It's like our standard landing bay. Okay, gear down. back to the refinery, set up another work order. So I don't know if y'all have watched anything on the updates that will be coming in 3.23. I spent some free time watching several of the other YouTubers talk about it, Ollie and Salty Mike. There's a lot of changes coming. This game is going to be drastically different. Some fundamentals are changing. The player interaction wheel and I mean, EVA in space is going to take on a whole new form. Yeah, I haven't watched his coverage yet, so my first go-to is usually Ollie, and then I'll watch Salty Mike if I want a biased opinion. Is the best way to put it. It's an interesting way to watch his streams, mostly because his views aren't exactly aligned with mine, so I get to see it from somebody else's perspective. And you know, I'll get all the relevant information, and then I will be able to form my own opinion. And it's funny how often we disagree on how good or bad something is, but let's see. 0 completed work orders, 1 currently processing. Select location, miss prospector, set work order. So 3.2. Let's see. We're going to use that Dinex Sylvanation. Oh, there was some FS tonight. Let's see. Get quote. That's going to take 30 hours. I wonder, does it start work? I guess it does start work right away. Cool. Yeah, definitely glad that we're setting that up for a Thursday thing. So Denomium, what are you most excited about? I know you don't play, but you know, what feature do you look forward to seeing in? I don't know how many work orders I'm allowed to have at a given point. I guess we'll figure that out. We'll see if it shuts us down. I would assume that there's no limit to it. It's just how much you want to wait on things. I haven't really seen any physical limits inside this game. Yeah, my sources on Reddit are saying there isn't a limit. Yeah, some of the changes are long overdue. I'm really surprised that they're giving us so much in one patch. That's my biggest takeaway. You know, every other patch has been 1 or 2 minor increases. Got lost running in a straight line. Good job. I think that they've kind of set the bar low, maybe, in all the previous patches being 1 or 2, you know, maybe a major update as far as technology goes, and then just minor niggling things. It's on Hangar 3. Okay. I guess you don't have to store to the ship to work the order. I forgot to store it. Interesting. Your company somehow invested in this? Their demonium? I don't understand how to read that last sentence. Closed door, 32 SC. Yeah, Ian. And you can actually get it cheaper than that. They have sales very often, and I managed to get in with $40. I got a Pisces, and it was a discounted game package. So yeah, you can get in for less than that if you want. Now, turning attention back. Let's turn around. And what what project have you been developing for 30 years? I don't know that I've asked that. I've heard hint of it before from you, but what's your project there, sir? Dental diagno. Oh, okay. I thought it had something to do with the game. I was like, do I have a dev watching my stream, incognito? That would be both humbling and intimidating. Dental diagnostics. When you said project, I thought you meant like you're one of the masterminds behind Star Citizen here. Okay. Those are all the sentries around the station. There we go. There's 13.3. You're a rock. You don't look like a rock. Back behind us. Nope. Sorry, we're going forward. (15.6, 14.4). Back towards the station. Okay, nope. 14.6 it is. Rescue beacon. Real Dobby 01. Sorry, Real Dobby, we're in a prospector today. those are all rocks, but that was a lot of them. Yet they're not attached to any rocks, so must be the server's way of laughing at me. Alright, 13.2, here we come. Oh, we're going to fly right past it. Congratulations, man. That's an impressive accomplishment. Okay. Just need to stop all movement. Go for it. This ship acts like it's decoupled the whole time. How is staffing up in Canada? I know it's a little bit different than our woes here in the States, where we have, you know, a workforce that is just a bunch of silent quit at the moment. Okay. Fahrenheit, Boris, corundum, inert. So mostly refinables here. This space rock was trying to fracture it, and it was ready to be extracted. I wonder how many of those we'll come across. Okay, so your staffing is much like here it is in the United States too. Okay. To a degree, yes, the people younger than I are basically just, you know, here, there, anywhere. They're not interested in, you know, the values that I was instilled with as well. Let's see. Well, without standing on a soapbox, I think work ethic is a evolving term, and the sense of, you know, my father's generation, it was put in, 40 plus hours a week, show up, do the hard work, you know, clean toilets if the toilets need to be cleaned. And that's definitely how I started working, my first jobs. And then now it's, no longer is it, how hard can I work? It's, I'm doing what you're asking of me. And that's about it. And like I said, here we have that term quiet quitting, and we get a lot of that. My field, surveying, is a weird mix of new technology and old methods, and the average age of a surveyor in the state of Texas is well over 70. Actually, it's a little bit lower now, but the age curve on it is phenomenally weird. And so we have registered surveyors that are, die stamping and sealing at 70, 80, 90 years old, still working with those ethics, and then trying to hire, survey aides, as they're called now. They used to be called rodmen. Can't have the term rodman anymore because it's slightly derogatory, which is fun. And the survey aides we get now, before, let's just start with before. You could start as a rodman, work your way up through the ranks, I-man, party chief, and eventually with some schooling become an RPLS yourself. Now most rodmen work for a season in the summer and then they quit. Finding a seasoned I-man and a seasoned party chief is almost impossible now. Gotta pick a rock. Let's pick a rock to fly towards. 12.5 back towards the station, 17.9 the way we came, or we can boldly go towards this 9.5. That's where we're gonna go. Well, and I view myself in that lucky generation, the last generation. I qualify as an elder millennial, a geriatric millennial is more like it, and I luckily can afford a house. I see their arguments and their points of contention that economies have just spiraled out of control and they no longer have the ability to grasp what my father's generation and really realistically my generation, what I've been able to do. But that still doesn't mean that you don't try and put in effort, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, it is a realm of immediate gratification. You're right. Ooh. Dancing among the big rocks now. Yeah. Right. Starting to see the downsides of space mining. Finding rocks seems terribly annoying. You know what? It's a sample size of 1. Um, let's maybe go to one of the other Lagrange points. There's more places than just where I'm at to find rocks. Like L2B. This should be close. Not yet. So far, it's only minerals and minerals. That's it. I would imagine, and I know that they will eventually get to mining other materials. But yeah, I remember doing mining in Eve, going for ice all the time. Is that another ship out here? See a chevron. Can't target it. So shippy. So not. Oh. There's the one. First box of the first find of the day. Well, first find of the new spot. Stop motion and that. Oh, floating to a rock. One just came in, surprised us. Let's see what this is composed of. This one doesn't want to be scanned. Interesting. Okay. $6,000. Take a look at the closer one first. Looks like a rock to me. Or I could just hit it. That. Good, we didn't break the mining laser. Did we dent the rock? Nope. Yeah. Crash. Ooh, laranite copper. Ooh, good stuffs. Impossible to crack. Is it because I hit you? It's because I hit you, isn't it? Okay, well. Goodbye, Space Rock. I'll miss you. It's 9,000 from here. We're going there. Yeah, I know. I'm surprised too. Normally that sort of thing, yeah, would snap that right off. I think I just got lucky. Yeah, normally you hit the ground, you cause the most innocuous, you know, even the smallest little bump can ruin your day. I was fully expecting to have to come back and claim my body. There's a rock attached to that one. We're going there. The new spot's working out slightly better as far as finding rocks, I think. So let's not face plant into this one. Step 1, don't explode. We did that. Barrel corundum, and I can't crack it. Okay, there's got to be something to do with the mining head. Let's see if we can get a different mining head to crack some of these things, because this is not cool. This is more than half the rocks we visited and found. We can't mine them. So it's optimal. Okay. So options are Arbor MH1 on there at the moment. So the Helix, the Impact, or the Arbor, and the Arbor seems to be the best. Okay. I don't know how to read this chart correctly. That may be another issue. Reddit hasn't led me wrong so far, so. Sorry if I'm quiet, just taking a moment to read through the Reddit responses. Point of balance. So much more to this than I realized. This is a small class. All right. Well, I definitely need to do more research on this. I mean, that's annoying that I can't mine it. So we're just out here being space scrubs, really. Let's go to 10.7. If anything, this stream has been an evidence of how not to do space mining. And yeah, I've seen some of Red Monsters before. I've very recently rewatched his little 3-minute intro into it as well. Yeah, there's so much you can do in this game, and it's really showing that my main focus has been on cargo, because this is starting to seem interesting to me. And the reason I can tell it's seeming interesting to me is because I'm getting frustrated that I can't do it. Like, I want to be able to do this. All right, Space Rock. That one. Scanning. Corundum, Terranite. Okay, we can do that one. This one's ready to just be harvested. Cool. Got those are where we came from. 12K and 12.7K. So onward to victory. Let me go back to mining mode. We're about half full on this third run, so a couple more good rocks and we should be complete. We'll get back. Looking at the time, that'll probably have to be it for me, you know. But I know I'm going to spend at least an hour tonight watching videos on how to do it. So the next time that I do this, I won't look like the fool that I look like right now. Take it easy, Ian. Thanks for joining me again. I'm glad that you came back, and I'm glad that the stream worked better for you this time around. Good night, sir. I'll show that they need to be mined some more. That's cool. Multi-stage mining. I lived in an apartment right after my wife and I got married. We had a semi-professional bull rider who lived in the apartment above us and would practice at all hours of the night. It was not cool. Oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe he's trying to run a secondary business and making some crafty thing, you know. What is it? We have a friend who is a trained and skilled welder, but his side gig is blacksmithing. I can imagine his neighbors love him. Looks like this rock is going to be the last one. Yep. F2. We'll go back to Shining Forest. Is that what you're called? Long Forest is what you're called. That route. So yeah, one of my hobbies is, well, not hobby, but I play bass. And when we lived in the apartment, I knew the exact tuning and chord to play that would shake and rattle the walls. There we go. That's where I'm going. 440 hertz A was enough to make everybody in the complex know that I was there. Which was also kind of funny. I had one of the neighbors come and knock on the door, and his name is Timothy Hall. He's like, "Hey, I have a country and western band. Would you like to come play bass for me?" I was like, interesting, but no, thank you. You could also go like the what is it, the soft torture route with there are directional speakers. Basically, they can only be heard from one direction. I forget the term for them, but you could just like figure out the layout of their apartment or their condo above you, and pointed at what should be the bedroom, and you won't hear anything. They will, though. I'll say it.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay. Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Hello, and thank you for contacting EDL Landing Assist.
Makes 1 sec. I can change the feed and up the game sound. What should I call? What has the most annoying sound? The Taurus, I think, is... Yeah, the Taurus is the most annoying. Let me go clean... Well, I'd have to go to Microtech, but I'd be willing to help out in your cause. Oh, I almost bit it there on that antenna. Yeah, the Taurus just like this weird droning groan. It's kind of one of the other reasons to not like a Connie. I almost did. I almost lost all the stuff we mined.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay. Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Faster. Okay. Come on. Let's go get this set so that way we can get this man to sleep. He's got to wake up early in the morning. All the mining we didn't find any tacos. There were no tacos in those rockos. Oh, what a wonderful time for the server to not want to bring me an elevator. Hey, they worked that time.
Today's scheduled waste disposal has been postponed until further notice.
Just curious, I want to see how much we'd get from selling. $21,356 alpha. Huh. That's that's not a whole lot there. The Taurus, the Connie Taurus. It's the big freight hauling one, and it sounds like the big freight hauling one. That one's going to take slightly less time than the middle one. Okay, good. That's that. You might try what is it? The Drake Caterpillar. I believe it also has a nasty whine to it. Okay. Well, I think that settles it for the stream tonight. I thank you for joining me once again. Thank you for making the sacrifice to watch me fail at mining out in space. We're just going to go on over and sit down in a seat and log on out. See you Thursday, good sir. Let's find a seat to sit down in and get a good ending thumbnail, essentially. Oh, I know what we can do. There's usually seats out next to the windows. Nothing facing the windows, but there we go. We'll just kind of look on over. That's that.